Good afternoon. I'm very happy to see so much journalists on our press conference. When I saw so much journalists, I'm very happy because I know that we made great job. Usually we don't have journalists on our press conference. Yesterday when I saw how many people want to ticket for the match, in the same moment I saw that we made great job. Now about football. Yes, we're playing tomorrow, second match of final of Champions League. We are very happy because we're playing final match of Champions League. This is first. Second, we're playing against one big club, big team like Sundowns. We respect a lot of Sundowns, but we respect our result in the last season, what we made, how we playing football. I have to say that I'm very proud for my guys, because they played one excellent season. And now what I want to say a lot of time in my changing room, we are pyramids. We made a lot of this level of pyramids. Now we need this cup. I think the Cheops pyramid, this cup was on the gold. I think Cheops or some other, I don't know. Now we want this gold. We want this final touch. What I said, we respect team of Sundowns, but we're playing good football. And we will play tomorrow good football. I expecting one tough match, but I believe in my guys.
السلام عليكم. طبعا مبسوط ان انا موجود معاكم هنا النهارده وفي حدث كبير نهائي بطولة افريقيا. مبسوط بالكم اللي موجود، يعني مش متعود دايما ان نلاقي ناس كتير موجوده في المؤتمرات. ان شاء الله دايما كده نوصل نهائيات عشان تكونوا معانا وتساندونا. بالنسبه لماتش بكره اكيد ماتش كبير وفاينل افريقيا، حدث مهم واللعيبه على قد المسؤوليه. الناس كلها مركزه وان شاء الله ربنا يكرمنا بكره ونحرز اول بطوله افريقيا للنادي ولينا كلعيبه. يمكن انا ما خدتش البطوله دي قبل كده، بس اتمنى ان انا احققها بكره وتبقى اول بطوله افريقيا في تاريخي وفي مسيرتي، وتبقى موجوده في نادي بيراميدز ان شاء الله. فبالتوفيق بكره وربنا يكرمنا جميعا ان شاء الله.
Questions? Mike, wait. Mike.
Thank you, Coach. With the one goal, the away goal that you scored, is there a temptation now to be a little bit more defensive? I mean, you played such a good tactical game in Pretoria. What kind of approach? We expect a different approach from you to the first leg, or is it going to be much the same? Cutting their space and not giving them time on the ball, etc.?
Immediately about
Tactics, yes.
Immediately.
Well,
you think that this is a good place to speak about tactics?
Well, we try our best, sir.
We will play our way. We will play our way. For the Sundowns, I don't know, but we will play our way of the football.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Question?
مساء الخير. سؤالي للكوتش، عايز اعرف ازاي يتعامل مع اللعيبه نفسيا بعد التعادل في الوقت القاتل بره في جنوب افريقيا، خاصه ان قد تكون نفس النتيجه اللي صن داونز لعب بيها قدام الاهلي وفي النهايه كانت النتيجه يعني ليست على ما يرام. عايز اعرف اتعاملت معاهم ازاي نفسيا وازاي بتجهزهم لماتش العوده، خاصه ان ده بيجي بعد فترات قليله جدا من خساره الدوري.
Yes, it's very difficult because you know that we are only one club on the world who playing between two matches, final match of Champions League, that we playing match of national league. I don't know in history of the football that some club play a match like this, but have very strong guys who show a lot of time in this season that they can play match every 3 days. How we will prepare this match? We preparing this match. We don't thinking about this first match. 0-0. 0-0. We starting on the 0-0, and we will prepare match on this way. Normally, when you're playing this match of this level, the crucial part is control of emotion. Normally, when you are coach of some Egyptian club, we're playing Egyptian people who are very emotion. It's very difficult to make this emotion under control. But I have to try, and we have to be tomorrow are ready for a lot of challenge, but what I will repeat one more time, we show in this season that we can do.
Coach, if I can ask this, what about the other side? What about the visiting team now? Do you feel they are under more pressure to be more open because they are sort of the hunting team, so to speak?
Difficult for me to speak about Sundowns, but what I know, Sundowns playing every time same type of the football, and when they playing to Pretoria or outside, what I saw in this Champions League, and I think that they will play tomorrow same football like in all this Champions League. This is what I think. I can't speak about Sundowns.
طبعا أنا بوجه التحية دي
زملكاوي.
طبعا وصولكم للنهائي بيدل على إن فريق بيراميدز يعني قادر على المنافسة في أفريقيا وفي كل البطولات.
فين السؤال؟
أنت مستر يعني بعد ما رجعت من رحلة سفر طويلة في جنوب أفريقيا ولعبت هنا آخر مباراة في الدوري، اللعيبة بتاعتك بتعاني من الإجهاد، وكان المفروض يتأجل ليك الماتش مباراة الدوري، وعندك مباراة كاس يوم الخميس القادم. إزاي قدرت تتغلب على الإجهاد دوت في فترة قصيرة جدا؟
شكرا.
Yes, I spoke about this before. We are only one team on the world who playing 3 days ago with 10 players. We play 10 players against Ceramica. We scored 3 goals with 10 players. But this is usual for us, you know. We playing all the season 10 against 11. All the season we playing 10 against 11, or 11 against 12. And we know how we can play on this way. It's difficult, but when you're playing final match of the Champions League, I think that we can't speak about tire. This is impossible to be tired when you're playing final match of Champions League. My guys, they are ready. They show 2 million times in this season that they are ready, and they will be ready tomorrow.
Господин Юрчич, на почетък желим вам пълно успеха сутра и среча. Now in English. 1 week ago, you had a chance to win a treble with the Pyramids. You lost the championship. You have second final in Champions League, and you have Egypt Cup final. How is your preparation for mentality of your players? Because you have 3 really important games for like 10 days.
Yes. Without any support. We tried that we postponed in this match against Ceramica, but without support. How I preparing? Only next match is important. I don't speaking about match who coming for 10 days, for 7 days. No, only next match is important, and only focus is for this match. Emotion. I spoke before. I told before that very important. This part control of emotion. This is Egyptian people. They are very, very, very emotional. And the biggest job for tomorrow and for the 7 days is that we have this emotion under control. In this case, we have a big chance to make good result. Voilà. This colleague is from Bulgaria.
سؤال للكابتن احمد الشناوي. على المستوى الشخصي يمكن ده تاني نهائي لحضرتك امام صن داونز، 2016 مع الزمالك و2025 مع بيراميدز. عاوز اعرف من حضرتك ايه الفرق بين المواجهتين، وهل تشعر بان اللقب في هذه المواجهه قريب من بيراميدز، وبالنسبه لحضرتك يبقى اللقب الاول القاري لحضرتك في هذه البطوله؟
زي ما انت قلت ده تاني نهائي معاهم في بطوله افريقيا. والله هي الكوره فيها احداث كتير يعني، ف احساسين مختلفين خالص. عشان هنا بيراميدز مفيش قاعده جماهيريه، عكس الزمالك ليه قاعده جماهيريه، فالموضوع بيختلف. وزي ما انا قلت احنا وصلنا هنا بمجهودنا، مفيش ورانا جمهور بيشجع، مفيش ورانا ناس كتير بتساندنا، فأتمنى إن أنا أخدها هنا أكتر من إن أنا أخدها وأنا في الزمالك. زي ما بقول لك يعني الكورة ملهاش مقاييس، احنا زي ما الراجل قال هنلعب النتيجة هناك 0-0 وده هو ماتش واحد، يعني نهائي بطولة أفريقيا ماتش واحد اللي هو بكرة، فبناء عليه لازم تنزل تكسب عشان تاخد البطولة. فأنا شايف إن النتائج بتاعتنا كلها على ملعبنا في بطولة أفريقيا إيجابية جدا، ومفيش حد كسبنا في ملعبنا خالص، فأتمنى إن بكرة يبقى معانا التوفيق ونختمها ببطولة أفريقيا زي ما أنت قلت، هتكون أول بطولة قارية ليا وللنادي، فهتبقى حاجة كبيرة يعني. إن شاء الله أتمنى التوفيق بكرة ويكون النتيجة معانا إن شاء الله.
Greetings, Coach. I know you've said a lot that you've not had any support in this journey, but obviously tomorrow is massive, not just for Pyramids but also for all Egyptians. What's your message to the general football lover in Egypt?
Yes, I put one message after the match, and I think that this message was good. We expecting tomorrow a lot of people on the stadium. This is miracle. This is miracle for Pyramids Club and for Egyptian football. But I'm living in one compound. A lot of people who coming for the cafe bar. In last period, they speaking very nice about Pyramids. They are supporters of other clubs to Egypt, but they will coming tomorrow to see Pyramids because Pyramids is Egyptian club. Tomorrow, all the Egypt will be with Pyramid, will be with Egyptian football, and this is our big success. This is miracle for us because I know what was here 1 year and a half when 1 year and 3 months when I came here. I know situation, and I know who will come tomorrow and how many people will coming tomorrow on our match. This is miracle. And thank you for all of these people who will coming tomorrow support us. Thank you very much.
تاخدوا اعملوا زي
مستر يوريشيتش، يعني بالعوده لمباراه اياب نصف نهائي بين صن داونز والاهلي، الاهلي سجل هدف على صن داونز وتراجع، وده ادى الى ان وده ادى ان صن داونز يسجل التعادل وتاهل من قلب القاهره. فهل بيراميدز بكره لو سجل هدف هيفضل يهاجم قدام صن داونز عشان يسجل الثاني، ولا برضه هيتراجع ويقع في نفس الموقف اللي وقع فيه النادي الاهلي؟
Please can you repeat because it's very.
مستر يوريشيتش، بالعوده لاياب نصف نهائي دوري الابطال بين صن داونز والنادي الاهلي، النادي الاهلي سجل هدف وبعدين تراجع، وده ادى الى ان صن داونز سجل التعادل وده اللي خلاهم يتاهلوا من قلب القاهره. فهل في مباراه بكره لو بيراميدز سجل هدف ان شاء الله هل هيتراجع ويقع في نفس الموقف بتاع النادي الاهلي، ولا ممكن نشوفه بيهاجم ويسجل الثاني والثالث؟
Ahli played against Sundowns this second match. They score early goal, and they waiting to end of the match. This is some tactical decision. I respect, and can be that Ahli win this match 1-0 and that Ahli going in the final match. But my style of the football is not on that way. We will try to play our way. We will try to solve match earlier.
كابتن محمد كابتن احمد، سؤال لحضرتك، معلش بعتذر. كنت حضرتك قلت ان انت الماتشات يعني وصلتوا لنهائي افريقيا او وصلتوا لنهائيات البطولات عموما بمجهودكم من غير دعم جماهيري، وشايفين ان بكره هيبقى في حضور جماهيري كبير. شايف دوت هيبقى داعم ليكم ولا هيبقى مثلا وسيله ضغط عليكم واللعيبه؟ وعايزه اعرف الحديث اللي دار بينك كابتن الفريق واللعيبه علشان البطوله، يعني لحصد البطوله بكره باذن الله. وشايف ان بيراميدز يعني بياخد الحجم الاعلامي او المسانده الاعلاميه زي الاهلي والزمالك في النهائيات طول الفتره اللي فاتت ولا لا؟
لا طبعا، زي ما قلت لك احنا وصلنا من غير دعم جماهيري، بس بكره اتوقع، يعني ما اعرفش بكره ايه اللي هيحصل، بس اتوقع ان في جمهور كتير جاي بكره، عشان هي في الاول وفي الاخر فريق بيراميدز فريق مصري، فاكيد الناس كلها ناسيه الالوان. البطوله لو بيراميدز اخدها هتبقى حاجه باسم مصر وبطوله قاريه لمصر، فاكيد يعني الناس كلها تبقى جايه تتبسط بكره وجايه تتفرج على كره كويسه وجايه تآزر بيراميدز، فدي هتبقى حاجه ايجابيه بالنسبه لنا، بالعكس خالص مش ضغط. يعني احنا كل الماتشات اللي لعبناها بره سواء اورلاندو او سان داونز او الجيش الملكي كان الملعب متقفل وعوامل تانية خارجيه زي ما احنا شفنا في الماتشات، فما اثرش علينا والحمد لله صعدنا من كل الماتشات ووصلنا الفاينل. فلا يعني هتبقى حاجه بالنسبه لنا تدينا دفعه كبيره اللي احنا نلاقي الاستاد بكره مقفول، واتوقع ده يعني. بس وانت قلت لي ايه تاني السؤال معلش عشان انت قلتي 3 في بعض. ماشي خلاص. لا يعني كلامنا مع اللعيبه زي ما قلت لك، اللعيبه كلها لعيبه دوليه ولاعيبه عندها خبرات واتحطت في المواقف دي كتير. يعني فريق وصل ل3 نهائيات بينافس لاخر وقت بطوله الدوري ولم يحسم مع لسه، وبطوله افريقيا وعندنا كاس مصر بعدها ب3 ايام او 4 ايام، فاكيد ده بيدل ان في فرقه كبيره موجوده في مصر بتنافس في جميع البطولات. كلامنا كلنا ان احنا لازم نحقق اكبر استفاده من الموقف اللي احنا فيه، وزي ما انا قلت لك يعني بطوله افريقيا اكبر بطوله في القاره، ولو اخدتها تبقى حاجه كبيره للنادي ولمصر في الاول وفي الاخر. وبس مسانده اعلاميه، ما مش عايز اتكلم في القصه دي، يعني الناس بتتكلم على استحياء في الاعلام، عكس طبعا لو الاهلي والزمالك، لان زي ما قلت لك القاعده الجماهيريه موجوده للاهلي والزمالك اكبر في مصر، احنا لسه نادي حديث العهد ملوش جماهير، فالمفروض اصلا المسانده تبقى اكتر واكبر للبيراميدز لان هو ملوش جماهير تدعمه. هو بيلعب باسم مصر، فزي ما بقول لك اتمنى الناس النهارده من النهارده نبدا مفيش غير بيراميدز، الدوري غالبا خلص وكل حاجه خلصت، واتمنى التوفيق بكره لينا ان شاء الله. شكرا.
Coach, can I ask you about Fati, who missed the first leg? Is he okay to play the second leg? And the young Nigerian boy who didn't play, also who you used as a sub against Pirates, who didn't come, the injury. So
our team, Sadiq.
Yes.
So him and the left winger, Fati, I think is his name, the one who didn't come to. Yeah.
All players are ready for tomorrow match. For match tomorrow. All players are ready.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
ماشي. كابتن احمد بالتوفيق بكره ان شاء الله في المباراه، لكن سؤال لحضرتك، حضرتك ذكرت ان الدوري لم يحسم بعد، هل بقى الاحداث اللي بعد ذهاب نهائي افريقيا وبين
لو سمحت
الوقت،
لو سمحت اسال في البطوله.
ما هو السؤال له علاقه بالبطوله،
إيه
هل ده
السؤال؟
هيأثر على لعيبه بيراميدز بكره في مباراه صن داونز، ولا اللعيبه اصلا مش شاغله بالها بالحاجات دي؟
خلاص الماضي ماضي عدى، فهنستنى الاحداث اللي هيحصل بعد اسبوع بعد شهر بعد سنه، ملناش علاقه، خلاص فصلنا وقفلنا الصفحه. عندك بطولتين اولهم بكره هنفكر فيها ونخلصها ان شاء الله ونفكر في الكاس، بس اللي عدى خلاص عدى، ما نعرفش ايه اللي هيحصل يعني بعد كده.
شكرا. تمرين بيراميدز 7 وربع في الملعب الفرعي. ثانك يو كوتش.
شكرا.
Thank you very much for having us here. Of course, we all know how big it is to be in the final. It's a Champions League final, and the expectations are high from the supporters and, of course, the players. So we all believe that it's going to be a fantastic game. Looking at it's the final game and it's the return leg, so for me, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for being here with us. And thank you for the reception that we had in Cairo in name of the team and the club. Well, playing the second match of the Champions League final, it's obvious a decisive moment for everybody regarding the outcome of it. But I think that it's also a moment for us to celebrate not only football in general, because it should be a great momentum to highlight the quality of the African football, but also for the teams that are playing this final and for the referees that are going to referee the final, also to understand that they achieved the highest level, the highest standard this season in the African football. And that should be taken as a very positive responsibility. For me as a head coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, obviously it's a great achievement and a great feeling that I have by having the chance to lead a wonderful group of players to a moment that they fought all their lives for. And this is the sense that we should live throughout the last moments before the game and mostly throughout the game, so that we can feel the pleasure of playing this, being here, playing this match, and most of all get released of whatever emotions are not important in order to allow us to perform in the best way. That's my wishes for the game, is that we see a Mamelodi Sundowns performing in the level that the boys can perform.
Thank you. Floor to the journalists. Let's start here.
Greetings, coach, and greetings, Janet. Obviously, there was, the disappointment was visible after the first leg, Dennis. Just maybe paint a picture of us how you guys have been in camp. What's the mood like? You know, have you put that first leg result at the back of your heads? Or?
Thank you. Of course, we were disappointed that we conceded at home, but it's halfway. As we said, it's not yet done. We have a chance to change the results. We have the ability also to win here. We've done that before, and the mood is all right. Everyone is looking forward to the game because we have a second chance, as I said, and we have the ability to score. We've scored in most of our Champions League games, especially away from home, and we have that with us, and we believe that we can overturn the results, and we're on the right path.
The next question here, in the middle, we'll be back to you here.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Dennis. Yeah, Coach, you have come into a team like Mamelodi Sundowns. You have dominated the league for the last 8 years. So winning the PSL league is really not a big achievement for you right now. And if you fail to win tomorrow's game, it will look more like you have not really achieved anything, right? So now you're going to play against a team that has an advantage because of the away goal rule. And we know that Pyramids are very good, probably as good as Sundowns in terms of their counter-attack football. What approach are you going to have towards tomorrow's game against a team that can hurt you on the counter-attack? Then, sorry, Coach, just one question for Dennis. You've been at this level for such a long time, probably 15 years. You are one of the senior men in the team. What kind of message are you giving to your teammates, looking that most of them have not yet won this Champions League? You've got a whole new team. What message do you carry as a senior player in the team? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your two questions. I have just to make a comment in the first statement that you had, and then go to the answer that should be given to your question. It's not because you go to sleep every day home with your family that you are not happy when you arrive home. What I mean is, it's not because you won 7 championships that you should not value winning 8 or think that it is easy. And when you see our opponents celebrating the cups that they were able to win in the last years and recently in this year, you understand how big are your achievements regarding the championship. The way we won the national championship in South Africa this season is something that will stay for history. Because the best Orlando Pirates of their history stayed 11 points behind us. We broke all the records in the history, or almost all of them. So it's not a thing that is repeated year after year. But that takes or gives nothing to what is going to happen tomorrow. That is another thing. Obviously, we understand that we didn't achieve the result we would like to have after the first match. Obviously, that we think that we could have played better than we did. But that's exactly where we stand now, understanding that we can be better, understanding that we have the will, the intention and the quality to make good things tomorrow. But we also understand we are playing football against one of the 2 teams that were the best in Africa last year. We need to take care of all moments of the game, to answer your question. It's not only worry about the counterattacks from Pyramids, it's worry about their organized attack, about their set pieces, because they can score like we from any moment. Usually these games are, the goals appear on the details. And you saw how a detail in the last seconds of a game gave one goal that was not expected already in that moment. Maybe before it could have been expected, but in that moment no one expected. This final, or the second match that we're going to play tomorrow, is basically like a final played in Europe. You go to play one match, you have to win it. Today night we're going to see Inter Milan and Paris Saint-Germain play the Champions League in Europe. It's a one game. Who wins is the champion. Tomorrow is one game. Who wins is the champion.
Thank you. Good to see you, Clifford. Winning the AFCON with Zambia. Anyway, for me, my biggest role is to make sure that the boys are comfortable and make them aware that they have a second chance. The coach said in Europe it's one chance. Here we've got another chance, and it's the last chance that we have. And also to make them aware that they have a chance to make history with the team and lift the CAF Champions League. It's not easy. It's very difficult. The last time we won it was in 2016. But the other beautiful part is we lifted it in Egypt, and we have that belief in the team that we are taking it home from Egypt here.
Thank you. Mark?
Coach, can I ask you, do you think that Pyramids' approach will change a little bit given that they've got their away goal? Do you think there might be a temptation for them to be a little bit more conservative and try and protect that? And if I can ask you for any injury updates.
I think the way Pyramids plays is quite clear, quite understandable, not always controllable. Because there are teams that it's more difficult to understand how they play, but then in the pitch you can control most of the things. Pyramids is a team with a clear way of playing, both in attack and defense. But it's not a team easier to play against. We know how they can harm us. We know how we need to be. We need to focus a lot in our behaviors, as I said before, in the 4 moments of the game to avoid to have problems, but most of all to play to find the right moment to score. We know that even a goal from Pyramids doesn't take us out of the game. What can put us more in the game is a goal from us. So the game will be played from both teams in order to be always balanced, always understanding that the team, even when attacks, needs to be organized in the back, even when defense needs to think about attack. I think the approach from both coaches will be very similar, because both coaches have experience and understand that playing to not suffer usually doesn't give you the best result.
Thank you.
As we had until the moment, the players that were available for the first match look available for the second one.
سؤالي للكوتش، كنت عايز اعرف بس دلوقتي فريق سان داونز كان قبل مباراة الذهاب بيلعب مباريات كتيرة. سؤال للكوتش، كان قبل مباراة الذهاب في النهائي كان في مباريات كتيرة لسان داونز مضغوطة كل 3 أيام، الفريق بيلعب كل 4 أيام، وبعد كده كان في تركيز بقى على النهائي اسبوع، فتره كويسه للاستعداد، وايضا قبل مباراه النهائي مفيش. على الجانب الاخر فريق بيراميدز دلوقتي هو اللي بيعاني من نفس المشكله دي، كان عنده ارتباط لحد اخر لحظه في بطوله الدوري المصري، ثم مباراه غدا في النهائي، ثم بعد 3 أو 4 أيام ايضا مباراه كاس مصر. شايف تاثير ده ازاي على المستوى البدني وعلى المستوى الذهني للفرقتين في مباراه بكره؟
Thank you very much. Maybe you didn't listen, but when I spoke after the first match and someone asked me exactly that Pyramids had a game in the half of the week, I told that the lineup of Pyramids would be almost all different. It was not exactly like that, but only the defenders basically played the game. The other ones, they entered. The ones that entered is like making a training session. And obviously that despite there is impact on the effort that was done by the defenders, also the game in terms of demand for those players was not very high. What the coach did was for sure provide as much as possible rest in the other days and just cope with that match. I don't see that that match brings any kind of changes on the game. I don't think so.
The next question here on the left.
Coach, you know, a sort of a rare feat that hardly happens, that a coach goes to back-to-back CAF Champions League finals. I'm just trying to understand, you know, your psyche and thinking going into this one. Do you find yourself replaying maybe some of the tactical decisions that you made in the previous game? How are you approaching this particular one? Because you stand on the verge of creating something that's very rare in African football, let alone across the globe as well.
Look, I was speaking today in the afternoon with the chairman of the club, and he was looking at me and say, "You are so relaxed. What happened to you?" And my answer to him was very, very, very simple. It's when you stand over more important things for you as a human being than winning a cup that you get the release, the state of mind, and the freedom to be in peace when you're going to play these kind of matches. Today I received, my brother went to receive an award for me in Portugal from the National Association of Football Coaches of Portugal. And I told, one of the things I wrote for him to read was exactly that standing over the values that you constantly have in your life, the fact that you understand that the people that you love and that love you are the ones that are really meaningful for you, and that when you take care of the friends that were always there, even in the darker days of your life, you understand that those things will be there whatever happens tomorrow. And that gives to me such a sense of peace that if my players could feel it, they would make a wonderful game tomorrow. Because a cup is important, but it's important for the coach, not for the man. And the guy is going to leave with me until the end of my days will be not the coach, will be the man. And that is the question.
Ladies first.
رحب بحضرتك في مصر وبقول لك ويلكم باك. فريق سان داونز برحب بيك في مصر وبقول لك ويلكم باك. يعني فريق سان داونز مش غريب على مصر، ودايما لقاءاتكم مع النادي الاهلي قبل كده. عايزه اسالك سؤال، ايه الاختلاف ما بين انك تواجه النادي الاهلي هنا في نهائي وهو بشعبيه جماهيريه كبيره جدا، يعني جمهور بيبقى مالي الاستاد، وانك بتواجه فريق بيراميدز اللي هو لسه حديث العهد بدون جماهير؟ فهل ده بيسهل عليك المهمه شويه؟ وسؤالي برضو هنرجع لمباراه الذهاب، الهدف اللي احرزه بيراميدز في الوقت القاتل، هل ده هيكون ليه تاثير على النتيجه النهائيه للنهائي؟
Thank you for the question, and I salute the women that are on the room today. It's very beautiful to see women on football and as journalists. Well, I think that the fact that there is no people on the stands will not really affect neither us and neither Pyramids. Well, first of all, I think that there will be people on the stands, eventually more or less neutral. I don't know. Pyramids is used to play without fans, and they fight it for their championship, or still they hope they win their championship. So they are used to that, and it's not because of that they didn't perform. Us, we are used to perform with fans and without, because our stadium sometimes has lots of fans, sometimes not so many, but the team is enough mentally strong to cope with that. Obviously that we like to play with fans. We like to feel the vibration from the outside, even when it is not from our fans and comes from the opponent's fans. I think that when you reach the level that a player like Dennis or the other ones that don't have such experience, but the level they are now, and playing for a team like Mamelodi Sundowns, everybody wants to play in stadiums that are full. So our wishes was always and is always to have full stadiums. And despite we carry our fans in the heart everywhere we go, when we also see them, for example, when we play away in South Africa, that also excites us a lot. I think that I would prefer to have a full stadium, a big stadium full of people for this final, because I know they can thrive, they can excel themselves, they can be better when they perform under the excitement of these kind of matches. And tomorrow, I don't know if the stadium will be full or not, but will for sure be enough full of people in our hearts, in our minds, so we'll fill the stadium really full, really full. And the people that is at home will give us the energy to take the game into the level we need in order to win.
Last question here.
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم كوتش. ثاني نهائي على التوالي في دوري ابطال افريقيا، الاول خسرته مع نادي الترجي التونسي، والثاني تلعبها مع نادي صنداوس. ومن سوء الحظ الفريق اللي تلعب معاه النهائي هو فريق مصري. هل تريد الفوز هذا العام بدوري ابطال افريقيا مع الخسارة العام الفارط مع نادي الترجي؟ وشكرا.
Malek Salam. Well, I lived 1 year in Tunisia, so I know some things. Well, I don't know if the translation was correct, but if the word was failure, I don't really think that when you lose Champions League final, you can say it was a failure. Maybe it was not what we wanted, or maybe we could not fulfill completely the expectations that we had, and we didn't give to the people that we love and support us what we would like to give. But it's very far away from being a failure. I will not accept whatever happens or whatever happens between two teams that play a final, that someone can feel what they did as a failure. But obviously that it's completely different, win or lose. It mostly produces an energy for the future, gives a dimension to the people involved and the club that is completely different, and that is correct. But I don't know if you saw, but there was a question put to the coach that lost the Europa League final last week, and they asked him if he had failed, and he asked the journalist, do you know how many teams started this competition? Because in the end there were just two. I don't agree that the second one is the first of the losers, you know. It's just the second one. There was someone that was better, and that's it. Let's hope tomorrow we can be the best one, and Pyramids, if that happens, will not be for sure loser, and if the opposite happens, for sure, I myself will not feel that, I will not have that feeling. I will not have that feeling.
Last question, please, in the middle.
سؤالي للكوتش، محتاج تسجل. اوكي.
I have a friend here.
كوتش، انت محتاج انت اللي تبادر بالتسجيل علشان تكسب البطوله، لانك اتعادلت في جنوب افريقيا 1-1 او تتعادل 2-2 قدام فريق ما خسرش على ملعبه ولا مباراه، فهل ده هيصعب مأموريتك بكره؟ وسؤالي لكابتن دينيس، يعني كنت متواجد بعد ما صن داونز كسب افريقيا لاول مره في تاريخه في 2016 من قلب القاهره، فازاي حفزت اللعيبه الجدد بنفسك عشان تكرروا الانجاز ده تاني بكره؟
Go, Dennis.
For me, it's always nice to win the Champions League. Of course, every trophy feels different, but this is special. It's a new trophy, and I believe that the boys are looking forward to lifting the new trophy. And it was nice when we lifted it a couple of years back, but it's a new edition, and the next generation, the young generation, are looking forward to have their hands on the new trophy and make South Africans proud.
Look, football players, they never start a match thinking they need to make a draw 2-2 or a 3-3 or football players in this level, they play a game to win. Obviously, then the game has moments where you may need to manage something and put more energy in some behaviors or more energy in some others, take the game to one side or try to take the game to one side or to the other one. Sometimes when you feel you need to protect a result, you drop the lines and you suffer a goal in the last minute. Instead of having the ball, trying to keep it as high as possible, the team far away from your box, and keep the result by that. But you never know what is right or wrong before it happens. Because many times it's really like that, you should defend, back the lines and drop. Some others is more the opposite. We never know, because we are always judged in football by the result that you get. And then in the end, people will say you did well or you did wrong, just because sometimes out of nothing, one goal can happen in your favor or against you. I remember last year, final, second match here in Cairo. And you also remember, second minute, corner. No one touches the ball. and the ball falls in the leg of one of my players, auto goal, and you are losing 1-0. But you also remember that in the 88th minute there's a penalty for Esperance. And with that penalty we had won. So football is so tricky and so difficult that we just want to make our best, and that's my biggest desire, is that in the end I look at the face of my players and whatever happens, we did our best. Because when you do your best, good things happen by the quality they have. But even if by luck or bad luck, something that we don't want happens, we look in the eyes and we say, we are honest people, tomorrow we will get up, we will go down, whatever, we will react according to what life will give you. That's what's important. That is what is important.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.